It really is that easy. In this video, I'm going to show you how to change 3 different D chords fast and smooth for some really good sounds on your guitar. Welcome back to Relax Learn Guitar. I'm Kevin. This is Maggie May, who is not interested in treats today. Very strange. My wife Vicky's behind the camera.
Hello.
Let's get started on this great lesson. So we're going to be playing 3 different D chords today, and literally guys, when I first started playing the guitar, that's what I did. I played these 3 chords over and over. They are open chords, they're easy to play. We're going to run through those, and I'm going to show you how you can kind of connect them together to have some cool stuff going on. So these are all D chords. The first one's just an open D chord. And to play that chord, you're going to use your index finger here on the 3rd string, 2nd fret, your middle finger on the 1st string, 2nd fret, and your ring finger on the 2nd string, 3rd fret. And for all of these chords, I should mention, we're going to concentrate on the 4th string down. I'm not going to be playing the bass notes of here at the top. We're going to play those high strings. That's a D chord. Now the second chord we're going to do is a D suspended second. I'm just going to say D sus2 for short, and that is simply lifting up your middle finger off of that 1st string. So here's the D. Lift up your middle finger for a D sus2. And the 3rd chord is a D suspended 4th chord. Just going to say D sus4. Yeah, so I might get a little tongue-tied during this one. So D sus4. That is taking this D shape and just putting your pinky down on the 1st string, 3rd fret. Okay, so we have a D, D sus2, and a D sus4. And you can, leave your middle finger down on that 1st string, 2nd fret if you want when you play that 4. That's how I do it. And the way I remember this, guys, is this is the D, 2 fingers is the sus2, and 4 fingers is the sus4. That's how I kind of picture it in my head, yeah. So when you're learning these chords, a couple of tips. You're going to want to pay attention to where your thumb is, actually, because you want to get a nice arch on your fingers and really be able to press into the fretboard. So don't have your thumb way over the neck like this. You want to have it more like that, so you get some better pressure here on these strings. You also want to fret these strings. You can be pretty close, especially this middle finger is going to get very close to this 2nd fret wire here. You don't want to play it like back here. That's going to be a little harder of a stretch. You can play it like that. Pay attention to where your thumb is. By paying attention to where your thumb is, you can do this little trick as well. I use this with my members all the time. Take a pencil. Okay, making sure that it's not too sharp. And you should be able to place that pencil between your fingers, so you have an arch, but still be able to ring out that D chord. Maybe not so much the D sus4. Yeah, I guess you could do that too. But that just kind of trains. You don't want your fingers lying flat. You want a nice arch on there, and you want to get those fingertips into the fretboard. So just some tips for you there. I also like to first pick out the strings of the chord individually. That allows you to find things like this, muted strings, or buzzing, and you can adjust your fingers. It's all about muscle memory, just kind of being repetitive. Eventually you'll be able to, wave at the dog on the couch and then put your hand right back onto the guitar in a D shape because you've done it so often over and over. So pick those individual strings out to find the issues and then strum. There's the D sus2, same thing. And that will get the chord shapes under your fingers. Now let's put some strum patterns together with these chords. First one's going to be very basic, just 4 down strums on each chord. 1, 2, 3, 4. Lift up that middle finger. 1, be careful with that middle finger. 1, 2, 3, 4. Put the pinky down. 1, 2, 3, 4. then back to the D. That's kind of level 1 here. Once you're comfortable with that, we're going to add in some up strums in between those down strums. So we're going to be doing 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and. So you have this on each chord. That can kind of get you started on getting familiar with that feel. From there, it's literally just kind of experimenting and seeing what sounds good. And just kind of play around with it. The other thing you can play with is changing those chords by simply moving one finger at a time. You're either removing a finger or adding a finger. And you can play around and do those changes on the up strums. I think that's what I was kind of doing at the beginning. Or you could just do a down, down, up, down, up strum. You can also start on one of the suspended chords. There is,
sounds good.
Yeah, it's endless. I mean, when you start playing around with this, you're going to start stumbling across things like this. And if you guys want to leave comments below on the guessing the songs here. That's kind of the first one that comes to mind when I start playing around with these D and D sus2 and 4 chords. You can also just pick out the strings. And then that starts sounding a little like this. You can finger style this.
Pretty.
Yeah,
Pretty.
it's a lot of, there's so many variations. You might also hear things like another name that tune for you. The great thing about this is if you're a beginner, it's very accessible. These are some easy things to do that sound really good. And even if you're further along, then you can start kind of combining the picking and the strumming, or playing the finger style way. Just a lot of fun. So add that to your kind of practice and your set list, if you will. Little improvisation's never a bad thing. Remember that Vicky and Maggie and I very much appreciate your reviews and your support here on YouTube. I've got another lesson for you next. Check out this one where I show you how to play 7 different songs using just 4 chords, and one of them is that D chord. And until next time, also remember that you're never too old to learn.
Take care.